Knowledge allows you to connect FAQ on a website, or as I've done here, I've created FAQs in a Google Sheet, and I just simply can import that into Dialogflow and turn this information into a conversational experience in just a few clicks. This is still a beta feature, and so the first thing you'll want to do is you want to click the settings icon for your bot, and you'll want to enable that feature. So this will enable all Dialogflow beta features and APIs, and you'll opt into that. We'll want to click Save, and then what we can do is we can go to Knowledge, and we can create our first knowledge base. So let's click the blue Create Knowledge Base button, and we'll just call this FAQ Restaurants. I'll click the Save button. And now we'll need a knowledge document. So here I have some FAQs, and I will click File, Download, and I will export this file in comma-separated value format. Now the file's saved to my desktop, and I can go back to Dialogflow, and we can create the first document. So I'm going to call this FAQ Google Sheet, just so I know that the source is the Google Sheet. And I'm going to click the type and FAQ. And then for MIME type, we'll select CSV. Remember, we can pick a website as a source, in which case it would be HTML, and it will take the data from an existing HTML page. But here we're working with a CSV file. I'm going to choose to upload from my computer. So I'll select that, and I'll click Select File. And I will click that, and I will click Create. So now we have a document, and we can view the details of that document. And as I scroll down, you can see that Google was able to take the data from the Google Sheet and create a more structured data format for Dialogflow, so that users can ask questions and you can respond with the answers that you've already added for those questions in the Google Sheet. Now, if we want to go back, we can just click these three dots and click the back button, or you can just click Knowledge. As you can see, we now have a knowledge base, and if we click it, you'll see our document. Now, what we'll need to do is we'll need to add responses, and we can use the responses in the Google Sheet. So you can just click this, and you'll see that it refers to our knowledge base. But we can also add additional documents, and we can have more than one source of knowledge for the answers. Let's go ahead and click Save, and then we can test it out. Okay, let's take the first question here. I'll copy that. We can paste that right into the Dialogflow testing console. So why hasn't my order arrived yet? I'll hit enter, and you'll see this is what the user says. That's the query, and this is the response that the user will get. Please allow up to 60 minutes. So this reflects what we have in our Google Sheet. We can actually see that when we type something similar like, "Where's my order?" we will get the same response. Now, if we want to understand how it works, we can just click this Diagnostic Info, and you can see here when the user says, "Where's my order?" this is the response. Please allow up to 60 minutes to receive your order. And you can see here that Dialogflow does what's called as an intent detection confidence score. So our score here is close to 1, 1 being 100% match. So this is close to 1. If we scroll down, we can see that Dialogflow also found, "Why hasn't my order arrived yet?" and also found that to be a high confidence level. You can see it says high, and that is pretty close to 1. But if we keep scrolling down, you can see the question, "Can I get a refund?" also matched high, but the confidence score was just under 8. So it didn't deliver that response because it wasn't as high a confidence score as some of the other ones. And here you can see, can I pick up my order? Also, even though it contained the word order in it, and it was a question, it was a high matched confidence level, but the confidence score was, only about 0.75 or 75%. And so that's how it works. It basically will prioritize the answer that is given to the user based on a confidence level being high and a confidence score. Okay, let's now test this out in Messenger. I have a Facebook Messenger bot hooked up to this Dialogflow agent, and the bot is already responding to small talk, common things that users say, and these are saved as intents. But let's ask the bot a question that was in our Google Sheet and see if it produces the expected response. We'll ask, why hasn't my order arrived yet? Now, that's an exact match, so that's great. We know that it's working, but let's ask it a different way. Let's ask, where's my order? And we also got the expected response. We can see that Dialogflow's natural language processing is working using a simple FAQ that we added to the Google Sheet. Okay, now let's say we want to make changes. We want to fix some spelling mistakes, like receive is spelled incorrectly. So we'll change that. And maybe we have some other questions we want to add because things happen over the course of the year. So let's ask the question, are you open Christmas Eve? And then we can answer that question. Yes, we're open from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. And we now want to import that into Dialogflow. So we'll go through the same process. We'll go File, Download, and we'll select comma-separated values. And that'll get saved to our desktop. Now in Dialogflow, we can simply click Add New Document. And we'll name this Google Sheet version 2. And the knowledge type, it's FAQ. And the MIME type is CSV. And we'll want to select that from our desktop. So we can select the file, and there it is. And I will now upload that and create a new document for our knowledge base. Okay, now we have 2 documents that have been added. We have the original Google Sheet and the new version that we just edited. Since this is the same document, it's just been updated, we can then go ahead and select this first version and we can delete it. Then we can click Save. Now we have an updated knowledge base using the new version of the Google Sheet that we just uploaded to Dialogflow. Now, let's add another document source for our knowledge base. I'm going to take this FAQ from Domino's Pizza, and I'm going to add this to our Dialogflow knowledge base. We'll click New Document, and then we'll enter the document name. Let's call this FAQ Web. And the knowledge type is going to be FAQ as well. And the MIME type, however, is going to be HTML. Now, we'll want to select URL as the data source, and we can simply paste in the link. One of the things you can do is select this checkbox, and occasionally Google will spider that and will update your knowledge base for you automatically by detecting changes in the web page. Now you can see here that we've added 2 documents. We have the Google Sheet as a source, and we have our website FAQ as a source. And these are 2 different document types. And you can see here is the source. This one is a URL, and this is a file upload. Now we can take this and test it out. I'm going to select that. How do I update my online ordering account information? Input that into here. and we can see if we get a response. Exactly as we have it on the website. So this speeds up the time that we can ingest information into Dialogflow and train the bot using a couple of different document sources.